I'm going to give you 5 reasons you're wasting money self-publishing on Amazon KDP. Hey, this video is sponsored by Into the AM. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about them later into the video. So self-publishers inevitably are going to have to spend some type of cash in order to really get their business kind of rolling. And Amazon KDP is not going to be an exception to the rule. Not that it's a waste of money to publish on Amazon KDP. In fact, it's quite the opposite. But there are some rather egregious mistakes that a lot of self-publishers make in spending money frivolously in areas they don't necessarily need to spend money in. I'm going to start it out with the least worst, and I'm going to save the worst infraction for the very last, so make sure you stick around to the very end. We're going to start out with number 5, buying editorial reviews. Now, editorial reviews under normal circumstances work really well to understand what your product needs tweaking on, what you need to figure out, and also getting a little bit of third-party credibility. But most newbie authors or anybody that's wanting to get any kind of traction on the Amazon platform really doesn't necessarily need an editorial review. I recommend editorial reviews for anybody that's a bit more established and has a little bit of extra discretionary expense. So if you're more of a veteran in self-publishing, then buying editorial reviews makes sense. However, if you're new to the business, this is not a necessity. It's something that you can probably get somewhere later on down the line. Number 4, hiring virtual assistants. Now, it's not that I believe virtual assistants are bad. In fact, actually, they can be quite good. But I remember when I first broke into the business, I hired a virtual assistant because that's what I was told I was supposed to do to become successful. The problem was, at the very end of the day, my virtual assistant was getting more money than I was getting at the end of the day. What the heck is going on here? Well, of course, you don't want to be hiring out virtual assistants to self-publish on Amazon KDP if you aren't making any type of a living. If you're having to pay someone else more than you pay yourself, then things are kind of backwards. When you can make enough of a substantial income from this business, then consider scaling up and hiring out, but do it slow. Number 3, bad book covers and bad book description. I've kind of lumped these two here together, but they are the barrier of entry. And now there's a few issues that we have when it comes to bad book covers or even improper book covers. You know, everybody does judge a book by its cover. So if it's bad, naturally people are going to pass. They're not going to want to get it. And then if it's an improper type of book cover, the issue is it's going to confuse your ideal reader. So in the event that you're, say, a science fiction fantasy author and you got a cover that looks like it should be a fitness cover, then your ideal reader is going to go, well,
that's not the type of book that I want to get.
So you always want to make sure your book cover represents the niche that you're in. Now, nextly is going to be the book description. This is not an area that you should take lightly, and if you don't know good copywriting, then I would recommend hire out. Get somebody who is professional. That way you can get it to where more browsing customers on the Amazon platform are going to be compelled and enticed to buy your book. Now you're probably saying, but wasting money, wait, you're talking about me getting a book cover designer and you're getting a copywriter. Well, there are some investments that are worthwhile. And if you aren't investing wisely in a good cover designer or a copywriter, then you're, first of all, going to be leaving a lot of money on the table and in turn, wasting money. Number 2, publishing poorly edited and formatted manuscripts. I see this time and again. A lot of self-publishers, you know, they mean well. They write their manuscript, they self-edit the stuff, and then they put it onto the market, and then they get blasted with low reviews stating that this was poorly edited, or maybe the formatting was wonky, you know, so it gets it to where there's a poor experience for the reader, and in some instances the reader can and will return your ebook or your print book if it's poorly edited or poorly formatted. That's, at the end of the day, again, kind of like the last infraction, in that if you don't invest enough time or energy up front or getting a good professional to cover things, you're not just wasting money, but you're losing money from potential sales.
Hey,
sup, man?
are you really going to wear that same old tired shirt?
What you mean? I love this shirt.
And nothing, unless you want to look like complete trash.
What do you want me to do?
Snap your fingers.
Whoa!
What do you think? Huh?
I like it. This fits a lot differently than most like merchandise and apparel out there.
Into the AM.
It's what?
It's Into the AM. They design elevated everyday apparel for comfort, style, and durability. Into the AM works tirelessly to deliver a superior customer experience from their homepage to your doorstep.
Whoa, yeah. Can we do this again?
No, wait, no!
Oh no!
I was gonna tell you that ordering Into the AM apparel is a snap when you visit our affiliate link at dalelinks.com/intotheam, and you'll get 10% off your order when you use the code SELFPUB with Dale at checkout. Again, that's dalelinks.com/intotheam.
And number 1, blindly running Amazon ads. Okay, so this seems kind of crazy. You're probably saying, but Dale, you say Amazon advertising is a good thing. Absolutely, but I see far too many self-publishers and some newbies throwing a ton of money into Amazon advertising, not knowing what they're doing. And I know this is going to take some time, and I know it's going to take some expenses, but you shouldn't just be throwing in hundreds of dollars per day. If you don't know how to use Amazon advertising, what I would recommend is reach out to somebody who does. Maybe study some of the videos that I've had here on this channel. Brian Cohen has a great course based on Amazon advertising. Heck, Dave Chesson's got a free one on his site, and I'll leave it on down here in the description down below. Here's the thing. You can't just throw a bunch of money at the situation and expect to sell more books, because it just doesn't work that way, folks. I would recommend that if you get Amazon ads and you're using it, one of the best ways to start out if you want to learn is start low, scale slow. This means that you're going to start your cost per click absurdly low, in fact, embarrassingly low. And you're going to start your average budget per day right about $1 to no more than $10 per day. And you're going to pay attention to that ad every day of the week. Maybe you can take the weekend off, but you're going to mind this and you're going to try to study this and figure out how you're going to make it work. Think about how you're investing in your Amazon ads as kind of a way to learn the process, and not so much a way of profiting hand and fist, because eventually as you start to figure it out, you're going to go, oh, okay, that's how it works. It's going to take some time though, folks, and if you can't afford the discretionary expense, and this goes for anything involved in self-publishing on Amazon, KDP, and elsewhere, don't invest it. Do not take your life savings. Don't take your kids' college fund and cash it in because you believe that you're going to be the next, Stephen King or J.K. Rowling. It just doesn't work that way, folks. And hey, I know, I've sent you a lot of doom and gloom, but there's some things you need to consider when it comes to self-publishing on Amazon KDP. In fact, I talk about 5 reasons you should not self-publish on Amazon KDP right over here. And then over here, YouTube recommends you check this out. I'll see you in either one of those. Take care.